Okay, so while doing these reviews on movies, I always pride myself about being right 99% of the time. But with being right 99% of the time, it does leave that 1% open for me to be wrong. Hey guys, welcome to Happywax TV. Okay, I'm going to keep this one really short. Yesterday, if you hopped on my YouTube channel when I posted my review for the movie Alone, I did make a mistake in that movie, so I've taken the video down and I just wanted to correct it, and I will explain what the problem was. So I spent most of that video ranting about how American cinema rips off foreign cinema, like the Japanese movies like The Ring, The Grudge, stuff of that nature. I can go on. There's a whole ton. But anyways, and at the time, I had thought that this movie Alone was a complete ripoff of the movie Alive, the Korean movie that's on Netflix now. And it even says on the IMDb page that this is a direct remake of that movie. So that's what I thought. But after posting the video, a bunch of my subscribers came forward and had the Wikipedia page, which I don't really read very much. And I found some information out, so I am going to correct myself. So the writer of this movie, Matt Naylor, also helped the director of the movie Alive, the Korean movie, kind of with the screenplay for that movie. So I'm not really sure what movie was supposed to come out first. I know this movie that we're talking about tonight, Alone, did get delayed. So I'm not sure if the plan was for this one to come out first and then #Alive. I don't know. But either way, it doesn't really change my thoughts on this movie, whether this one came first or the Korean one. I still like the Korean one better. And I'm going to go a little deeper into it or give another comparison that I didn't do in the last video. Whether this movie Alone was supposed to come out before #Alive, and they're both the exact same movie, okay? And yes, they were written by Matt Naylor and the director of #Alive. Either way, they're both ripoffs of the movie The Night Eats the World. There's no changing that, okay? That's a French zombie movie that came out a couple years ago, and I highly recommend watching that flick. But it's still, either way, I mean, it still doesn't change my opinion on this movie Alone. I didn't really care for it. I'll tell you, if you have to choose between the two, watch the movie #Alive that's on Netflix now, the Korean one. Yes, I know it's subtitled, you know what I mean, but I don't know, watch it anyways. I mean, I know a lot of people out there bitch and complain about having to read subtitles, but I mean, that's on you, because really you're missing a shit ton of great horror movies from all around the world that are subtitled. So, you know, you're only losing out. But yeah, I don't know. These two movies are exactly the same. They've changed them up a little bit. You know, there's a few different characters in here, but more or less it's the same thing. It's about this guy. In the Korean one, he's a gamer. In this one, I think he's a surfer. But at the end of the day, it's the same thing. He just barricades himself in his house after he finds out that there's like a zombie outbreak in his city, and he has to survive in his apartment, and there's some confrontations, and then he eventually goes crazy, wants to kill himself. So as he's hanging himself, he realizes that there is a woman living in the apartment across from him. So they, you know, after many attempts, come together, and then, you know, they survive from there. Now, the Korean one, #Alive, goes a little bit farther with the ending. It gives you a complete ending, whereas this movie pretty much ends kind of when they get back into his apartment. So, I don't know. If I had to choose between the two, I would definitely take #Alive. I thought there was just a little bit more meat there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't always need an ending to finish a movie, but I just felt that the character development in #Alive was a lot better. And this movie seemed to fumble around a lot. I don't know, I just didn't get invested in this character, played by Tyler Posey. But again, that could have been too because I watched the Korean one, and I thought, you know, I've already seen that one. And this is more or less a shot-for-shot remake. So, I don't know. Give them both a watch. I'm still sticking to my guns. The Korean one, I think, is way better than this one is. But they're both out now. The Korean one's on Netflix. Give it a watch, and then sit down and give this one a watch and see which one you think's better. But I will say this. I am going to say this. I didn't say it in the last video. Whether you like this movie alone or you like #Alive, after you watch both of these movies, do yourself a huge favor and go watch The Night Eats the World. And I guarantee you, out of the three, The Night Eats the World is by far the superior movie. So anyways, give them all a watch. Let me know what you think. If you've seen all three of them, chime in and let me know which one your favorite is. So, but mostly this video was just a correction video. I was ragging on how the US rips off all the foreign horror movies and then remakes them. I mean, I'm not apologizing for that because they fucking do, and it's pathetic. So, but I was wrong in this case because the writer Matt Naylor actually helped script the Korean one. So, yeah. So I am just correcting that mistake. I'm man enough to admit when I make a mistake, and I just wanted to say thanks to the subs for sending in the info showing where my error was. So, anyways, if you've seen all three of these movies, let me know. And until next time, guys, stay scared.